Welcome to Earthy Goddess Mumma. It is Friday, the 2nd of February 2018, and I'm here with the Druid Animal Oracle deck, and I'm going to clarify whichever cards come up with the Radiant right away today. Let's just feel into the energies of this rainy, gorgeous Friday. We have the Fox. Foxes are quick moving, nimble, sly as a fox comes up, and a hind. Wow, look at the sun shining, the sunlight shining on this card, on this beautiful animal. I have never actually heard of a hind. This is the first time I've seen both of these cards, so I need to read from the book. So I'll read from the book and then we will clarify them with the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot. So the fox. The fox is a graceful creature who typifies the beauty and harmony of the natural world. Working with the power of the fox, you will know when to come out into the open and be counted, and when to remain silent. With others, you'll be able to be diplomatic. One of the attributes of the fox is being strong in counsel. However, take care when working with fox power not to let skill and diplomacy become dishonesty or slyness. Remaining silent or becoming invisible so as to watch the unfolding drama is an asset that can bring its own special culpability, if not tempered with wisdom. Okay. Yeah. So that's interesting. There's a real balance with that card there, isn't it? You know, that straight away for me, it's always, you know, foxes, sly as a fox. So, yeah, it's finding that balance. Yes. Let's see what Hind has to say. I've never seen this card. It's so pretty. Look at the light shining on this animal. There's a real purity to it. Subtlety, gracefulness, femininity. The hind brings us the gentleness and grace of the feminine principle. Whether you are male or female, opening to the qualities of the hind will enable you to achieve a greater degree of sophistication, subtlety, and elegance in the best possible senses of these terms. Deer, and the white hind in particular, call to us from the other world, from the realm of the fairy, and invite us to look beyond the material, beyond the superficialities of life, towards the heart of things, towards the realm of causes rather than effects. Poised in moon or sunlight, the hind invites us to begin an exploration of the other world, or the spiritual dimension of life. So this silence that the fox brings in here is that gracefulness, that subtlety that this hind brings in as well. So not using that fox power to withhold information, but just to, its gracefulness has come through twice here. And yeah, so maybe let's just take that mainly from these cards today, just to open up to your soft, receptive femininity and gracefulness, and beauty and harmony that both these creatures are bringing to us today. And we have the Page of Wands. So this is the fire aspect. This is information coming through, passionate communication coming through. Okay, so this communication that comes through calls for you to maybe sit with, be silent, and be wise in the way you receive it and the way you respond to it. That's what comes up straight away with the diplomacy of the fox and this fast-moving, passionate communication that comes through. Because the page is quite an immature energy. It's unfocused. So to me, the hind is very very focused and graceful in what it's doing. There's a beautiful subtlety and softness into every action that she takes. So there's no rushing scatteredness like the Page of Wands today. So maybe there's a balance that needs to be had. So we have the Emperor. This is the card of Aries. So this is being, this is the masculine principle. It's kind of the opposite of that. So finding a harmony. I mean, we've got the this is like a harmonious card here. So finding the harmony between this Mars masculine aspect of yourself and the soft Venus aspect of yourself today. Finding that balance, being the Emperor in your own world. So focusing this passionate communication or this passionate drive that you have to become the Emperor in your own life, becoming the leader in your own life, not power over others through dishonesty or slyness, but becoming that power over yourself, that self-mastery power, that harnessing that fiery energy in your own life, but balancing it out with the gracefulness and femininity of this hind and the gracefulness and harmony and beauty of the fox. And we have the sun. There's so much fire here today. So much fire with this. So we have the sun as the most auspicious card in the deck. This is life force. This is vitality. This is strength. This is creativity. This is all of the most auspicious aspects of Leo, because this is the card of Leo along with the strength card. So it's playfulness. So I mean, we have two cards of passionate playfulness here today, but also focusing that playfulness into being a master over yourself. I mean, one of the highest forms of spirituality, I believe, is being in the moment, playful, joyous, getting back to our childhood essence. So we have this today, and there's a sense of transparency and vulnerability with this little naked child on the white horse. So we have white coming in. So there's a lot of purity and gracefulness here today, and fire and passion. So it's about harnessing this fire, but not using the fire to sort of, communicate in a very sly and dishonest way. Using the beauty and power, the beauty and harmony of the sun aspect, this life force, vital energy, using it to come out in the open and be counted. So this is the Emperor. He rules over an empire. So the Emperor knows when to inspire and express his creativity, but also knows when to be silent and diplomatic. So it's finding the balance today. Not being really scattered, and not being really scattered with your focus and the way you communicate, knowing really when is the right time to say what you need to say. And because you're really receptive and pure today in your feminine principle, and there's a real vulnerability and gracefulness in this. So yeah, I might just allow one more card to come through. I find it interesting, like when I look at the Emperor in this card, his eyes, he's not looking like straight, and it's the same with the fox. They're both looking away. So there is the ability to use your power to manipulate today, to be sly. So really, really sit with that. Really sit with, are you being manipulative by withholding information? Are you being dishonest? Are you using your power over others? So we really need to harness the wisdom and gracefulness and feminine receptivity of the hind and allow this light, because look at this light shining in, to allow this light to overcome these lower energies, these tendencies to be sly and manipulative today, and using your power and leadership to be using your power to manipulate others. Yeah, the eyes averted really really stands out to me. So we have this in Seven of Pentacles. So it's about being patient with yourself as well, because we all have these tendencies. You know, we have these lower energies within ourselves. We have the masculine and feminine principle within ourselves. Not saying either one's negative. They both just need to merge together to create an integrated, harmonious self. So this graceful creature, you know, it typifies the beauty and harmony of the natural world, whereas the Emperor likes to rule over the natural world. So it's finding the balance and having patience with yourself, having patience for whatever you've been putting energy into, and whatever communication comes through, having patience with yourself and learning new ways of responding and communicating, so you know you're not using your power in a manipulative type of way. You're really harnessing this life force and this graceful softness, soft receptivity to express yourself in a very joyful, youthful, playful, non-serious way, you know, and just really being patient with yourself about that, grounding yourself in that. Ground yourself down, because there's a lot of fire here, and then we've got one earth. So walk on the earth today. Really, really get in touch with how you're communicating. Are you using your power wisely to master yourself, or are you using it to manipulate others? Tap into this vital life force today and this soft, receptive gracefulness. Allow the beauty and harmony of this animal to be a part of your world today, not the sly, you know, the sly dishonesty to sneak on into your way of interacting today. Yeah, come up straight away. Beware of passive-aggressive tendencies today. Soften your hard edges today. Soften into playfulness. Soften today. Be soft with yourself, compassionate with yourself, and therefore you'll be compassionate and softer with others. A little bit. Hopefully someone got something from that. Big love, deep blessings, beautiful people. I so appreciate your presence, and I really value any comments, likes, or subscribes to my channel. I really want to build this up this year and reach a wider audience. So thank you so much for everyone that's supporting me, and I shall see you tomorrow. Big love.